All right, Gemini Risings. You have Taurus in your 12th house as the zodiac sign. So Venus is the planetary ruler of your 12th house. So we're working with Taurus fixed earth energy in a blending and merging aspect with that undercurrent of water, Pisces, mutable energy. Now, earth and water work well together. At the same time, the really fixed view that Taurus can have, and Taurus can get fixed on so many different things. It depends on each individual person and what you spiritually are being fixed on, can either have you rise up in enlightenment or have you fall detrimental. And let's just sit with this for a minute because well, it's my channel and I'm a spiritual medium, and I know that there is a higher divine energy that is so much greater than our own selves, but yet is within our own selves. And so when we lose touch of that, basically when we lose touch of having any type of spiritual faith, and I am not here to make judgment on anybody and their spiritual faith. As long as you have faith in something greater than your own self, this is so important. But because we're talking about 12th house content, we're talking about the house of sabotage, suffering, real detriment that is beyond optimism. If one were to be fixated on the fact that there is nothing greater than your own self, as in atheism and having no belief at all, you can really fall. So this is where I can see there being a real problem and downfall with having that fixated view with Taurus in the 12th house of spirituality. And then this can bring on addiction problems, right? So they have to be mindful of the addiction that will may follow with whatever you're fixated on spiritually, and what aspect you are. Now, at the same time, because Taurus is such an earthy and connected energy in with this water energy, which really do complement each other. If you're fixated on this beautiful spiritual experience, you're going to be able to tune in and tap into your spiritual senses, and your creative being, having Venus rule in the 12th house of Venus in the 12th house has so much creativity. There's just so much creativity to be explored with Venus in the 12th house. So with that being the ruler of the 12th house, and being fixed, and with a Taurus energy of the senses tuning in, I mean, this could be a very beautiful experience, depending on the planets that are there, depending on the aspects as well. We have to keep in mind the other factors that do have to be accounted for, and they do play a role. I was looking into celebrity examples, and I really could just find one. Because everybody else was born in like 1912, and I'm like, who are these people? I don't know them to even share the content that would be anything interesting. And so the one person I found was Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is a Gemini rising, and he has Venus in his 12th house. He only has Venus in his 12th house, and he's had a pretty from what I've read, a pretty decent upbringing. I mean, he doesn't have the sun, he doesn't have the moon, he doesn't have the luminaries in his 12th house. But with Venus in the 12th house, it does bring a little love scandal, which I found, where he had an affair outside of his marriage, and actually had a daughter outside of his marriage with a woman. And his response, which I thought was funny and so Venus 12th house, is, well, I just committed a crime that many men are committing. Like, he just tossed it up like whatever, like it was a three-way, it was a secret love affair, and whatever, it is what it is. It's like Venus 12th house, like, it's dark. Venus does have a dark underside to her as well. She's not just all love and light and harmony and stuff. She does have an underground side to her, and it's kind of that nonchalant kind of, you know, secret love affair. It's secret, but it got caught out, and it's like, well, I'm not the only one. What I also found was interesting, just in terms of Venus being really centered and focused around creativity, and the 12th house being the house of hidden things and the shadow. His first successful film, it was called The Young Master. It was in 1980. His first successful film, it was Snakes in the Eagle's Shadow. That was the name of it. I was just like, how fitting for a 12th house Venus, which it's very common. I mean, I'm not surprised that he's this famous actor with having a Venus in the 12th house, because Venus is about creativity, and that brings in the arts of all forms. But the snakes in the eagle's shadow, like Venus is all about, you got to watch out with the 12th house Venus about the snakes in the grass. You got to watch out with being a 12th house planet with hidden enemies. And so like, how fitting for a 12th house Venus person. He was also given creative control, full, complete creative control, Venus, 12th house, in 1980 with a film called The Young Master. And this film really helped his career totally transform. So I just thought it was pretty neat how you can pick out some of the Venus aspects within his life with him having a Venus 12th house planet. So until next time.